Are you ready?
Bum bum. All right. So in the last episode, we talked about IGN's top 10 wrestlers of all time. And we got some shit in the comments for that. Um, across the board. People were mad that we said that Hulk Hogan should be in there. Because he's a rapist and a bigot or a racist. Or was he a rapist? Or was he just a racist?
He's a racist.
Not a rapist.
No, racist.
Diddy's the rapist. Okay. Just keep in mind,
And if anyone watched the full video, we said we hate him.
Yeah, but nobody does that. Everybody just watches it out of context. Because of course they do. And by the way, this is the first episode where after we announced that we're switching over to being presented by Forever Unlikely. So that's exciting. I got the hoodie on right now.
Love it.
It's actually your hoodie, and it's significantly tighter on me than it should be.
Oh, dude, that's nice. Smell like you for sure.
Yeah, I got my nipples on it.
Good.
I don't know if this is gonna fit you, actually, because it's snug. It's a snug fit. I'm not even gonna cap it.
It's all good. Turn it into a fucking sleeveless hoodie, cut off.
Yeah, cut it down, and then I think you'll look good. I think you'll look like Triple H in the 90s, I think. Well, it's funny, man. Come on. Let it out.
I just heard my mom. Oh. I heard my mom yell, "Oh my God!" And my dad goes, What happened? And all I hear is, "They shit all over the floor." So I'm guessing my dog.
Yeah, he's got a problem, man.
Guessing it hasn't happened in a while, so we're on a good thing, and now
that's
top 10 wrestlers of all time.
So yeah, we got some shit from the last one. Now I went in and I was making my list, right? And I think that after making my list, I think you and I can both agree that the IGN one is terrible. However, while making my list, I was like, this is actually harder than I thought.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to narrow this down to 10 people. Like, I'm looking at Go ahead.
My top 5 to 6 was kind of the I was fine with that. My 7 through 10, 11, and 12, because I didn't put 11 and 12, obviously, but the guys I wanted were, it was hard.
It's hard. And I also made 2 lists. I made top 10, like, overall superstars of all time, and then I made a top 10, like, actual wrestlers.
Okay. Because we're just doing overall right now.
Yeah, we're just doing overall. I can rattle off my top 10 like right now, like super fast.
Yeah, I think we should do it like this. You go 10, I go 10, 9, 9, 8, 8,
Yeah. But because it matters. Like if overall is different than like actual
100%.
Yeah, like on my actual wrestlers, Shawn Michaels is number 1. But overall, it's probably
not. Don't say yeah.
I won't. I said probably. But you can guess who mine is, but probably not. Yeah. But I'll go my 10 right now. This is top 10 overall wrestlers of all time. And this isn't like skill in the ring, because if it was, maybe like Macho Man would
be. This is influential,
like career.
You got to look at it. Yeah.
Like longevity, championships, box office. These things matter. My number 10, I'm like in between 2 minds. I got Chris Jericho or Randy Orton.
Okay, I have Hulk Hogan.
That low, huh?
Yeah, I give him the benefit of the doubt because I think he's a very important piece of the wrestling business. But I think for me, he's killed so many people's careers, and/or like he's also been detrimental to a point.
Sure.
So like I had to. That was my point of like not because like take all the like I hate the guy, I hate him as a person, but I'm taking all that out and I'm talking about for the wrestling business. Although he was so influential, he was also very detrimental.
Sure.
So I think again, you have to weigh the options of like the black and the red and gold, red and yellow, whatever. Hogan, obviously, the beginning of WWF, and led that, but also, I mean, the NWO, their shirts still like selling out,
Yeah.
like that's one of the biggest storylines ever.
Yeah. We can go a little more into Hogan because he's in mine, but he's higher up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I got Chris Jericho in here or Brandy because like I was looking at my list and I'm not like super stoked about my list really. I kind of threw
my list is
like I'm definitely forgetting somebody, and no matter what, we're gonna be leaving someone out that's gonna piss someone off. Like that's on that like, and I don't feel like you can have a top 10 list without putting Orton in it. But
mine was hard. Not to he's you'll see.
Yeah. All right, let's go number 9. I got Triple H.
I have Randy Orton.
They're just those two guys, right? Like obviously what they've done, they've like the top 10 careers.
Yeah.
But like when I like think of Randy Orton, he's an incredible mind of like a wrestler.
He has been in great. I'll keep coming back to this. I'm a big storyline guy. Like his storylines, like his 2009 like heel with Cena, like Evolution, like stuff like that. And then obviously he is a very underrated in-ring wrestler.
Yes. But I don't think he's as good as like
No.
Yeah. And I love Randy Orton, St. Louis local. Like even as good as he is, he's still incredibly underrated. It's just like I can go the rest of my life without seeing him win a world title again.
I would like to see another heel run to end it.
I'd be fine with that too. I just don't like. I don't know. Like, I love Randy Orton. I just don't know if I value him in his. Not that sounds harsh.
Yeah.
But there's no. I don't know how if I can put him higher up.
Yeah.
Despite the fact of how great his career is.
Youngest world champion of all time.
Yeah. I mean, he's a dog. Dude's a dog. Number 8, Kurt Angle. This is low, probably. No? Shouldn't even be on it, huh?
Not on my list.
Kurt Angle not on your list?
You got to think how you said career influential in terms of like how long. You got to look at it. Okay. So he's a guy I chopped off, and there's another guy I chopped off that you already named, Chris Jericho.
Okay.
And I'll explain why. And those guys are like my 12, like 11, 12. Like they're not like, they're not even close. Like they're guys that I was like, okay. It's 8. My 8 was Triple H.
I feel like we're in the same kind of area.
Yeah. There'll be like one that I know, and one in There will be two ones that one guy you'll probably disagree with, and then one guy you think will probably be lower.
Yeah. I put Kurt Angle in here just because whenever I think of like wrestlers,
yeah,
I mean he like his in-ring work is obviously
I'm not mad at it. I think again it would be different if you were naming someone like outside of a top 20, you know.
Yeah. But like if you replace Kurt Angle, like I had Chris or Randy at 10. If you replace one of those guys, I'm fine with it. Yeah. Number 7. Ric Flair.
Okay.
Most championship wins of all time. Fantastic WCW career, fantastic WWE career, fantastic TNA career. Probably one of the greatest
not TNA career. X that.
All right, it wasn't.
It was terrible.
It was hard, but he was in TNA. I'm thinking of, whenever I think like in his TNA thing, he had that one Woo contest.
That's what I knew you were getting at. My 7 is Bret Hart. And I know we talked about it the other week. Yeah, see? And that's the guy I knew would be on your list. But I actually, over the week when we were talking about it, I went back and I watched a lot of matches because I had this week of really not doing much. And I watched a lot of matches, old matches, went into like his Owen Hart, Bret Hart storyline, obviously Shawn and Bret, and then Undertaker, Bret, Michaels, stuff like that, Hart Foundation. And I was kind of like, it's hard not to put them on a list or be in that area of like 11, 12. Again, I think my 7 through like 12 are very interchangeable.
He's definitely in my top 10 of like workers.
Yeah.
Like in-ring skill.
I just think he's also super influential in how people wrestle nowadays.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't think Shawn Michaels wrestles the way he wrestles without watching Bret Hart first.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And I don't think a lot of those guys do it without watching. I mean, even watching Kenny Omega, he's so like he does a lot of things very similar to Bret, and Danielson does a lot. Yeah, Bret's very, very.
It's that Canadian pipeline for Omega, and then it's like the workhorse, kind of for Danielson.
I mean, he's definitely in there of like my top 10 skill. It's just all-time WWE guys. Like again, I'm not mad that you put him in there. I think that his career and the longevity of it is why he's not in there for me. Not at the fault of his own. It's for the fault of one of the greatest of all time, Goldberg, who actually is my number 5. But he's not.
Shut
up. But you know, I think we talked about this in the last one, that if Bret has anything weighing him down, it's that he didn't have like a longer career.
And that's where you're gonna probably disagree with my 6.
My number 6 is Hulk Hogan.
Okay, it's not bad.
I think like more important of a career than probably Flair. Like if not better, but
no, I understand. I understand what you're saying. Influential wise,
yeah. He's not. If
he was more widespread because
there's no WWE without Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. WWE had more eyes on them, and Hogan had more eyes. So that was it. Yeah, I agree with you. So my 6 is Dwayne.
I'm fine with that.
And I said this strictly like I talked about last time. In the years that he was there, unreal. Yeah. But it's just hard for me to put like a 5-year run in the top 5.
Yeah, I struggle. It was hard placing him.
It's so hard because even like no one looks at it. Everyone looks. I mean, he's a larger than life character, but like 97 through technically like 02. Like,
I mean, if he's around for a few more years, it's literally just
it's hard not to.
might be
And
one.
even he's at number 6 on my list, and he's at technically a 5-year run.
Yeah, he's in a run right now.
Yeah, and I mean, maybe I look back and maybe he does something even like you never know. Like I know people like he's this old, but it's like, dude, there's some people that could still go.
Yeah, and I think I don't know. I think no matter what, he's got to be in there.
Yeah.
I just don't know. Yeah, I'm not mad at it at all. We're at 5 now, right?
Yes.
The Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. Whenever I think of like most influential, it was whenever I'm like looking at the names on this list of why they're on there, Shawn Michaels doesn't really qualify in that range. Shawn's not a bona fide box office.
But I'll say this.
Of a lot of these guys.
I'll say this. He literally, with Brett, is why wrestling is what it is today.
Yeah.
So, like, that's why I think he's this high.
Yeah.
Like, I think we look now and we're like, and we look back and I'm dead serious. Like, I can watch Shawn matches from, like, the 90s and be like, dude, this is awesome. And there's not a lot of guys I can watch from the 90s and be like,
this is great. From the minute he got there, he was fantastic.
Yeah. And I mean, he is just, wow.
It's a hell of a career.
Yeah. And I haven't even got to him yet.
It wasn't like, for me.
And think about if he wouldn't have had the back injury and taken 4 years off.
Yeah. Like, for me, it's like Randy Orton, main event guy. Triple H was a main event guy. Kurt Angle was a main event guy. Ric Flair was a main event guy. Hulk Hogan was a main event guy. Shawn was like a main event guy for a little bit in there, but like not on the level, really. Like, how many world...
He really didn't have many championship runs.
He doesn't. And that's just because all the feuds he was in, he didn't need them. Which is fine. Like, Undertaker doesn't have a lot of championship runs.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I think that, like, as far as, like, career and, like, what he did, like, what he did, you can't not have Shawn Michaels on here. It's just impossible for me to do it. But, like, he's not on here for the reasons that the other guys are on here.
Yeah. My 5 is Ric Flair. And again, we already went into it. 16-time world champion, one of the best in the ring at his era. It was influential in so many people's careers. He wasn't even a WWE guy for a very long.
Yeah.
WCW, NWA, all that.
He had like a 40-year career.
Yeah. So yeah, he's my 5.
That's fine.
That's brilliant.
Like these guys, I don't even think I would be mad if you put them higher.
My 4 were.
My 4 is Dwayne.
There's. Wait, what'd you say?
Dwayne.
Okay, I thought you said Brandy. I was like, Brandy Rhodes is in this.
Well, Nikki Bella's in here.
Yeah.
Haven't quite gotten into it yet, but we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, my apologies. It's actually Charlotte Flair.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What? 22-time world champion.
Multiple championship runs. First woman's main eventer ever.
All right, let's keep going.
But
So 4, Dwayne, which we went into.
Yeah.
You have to put him in a top 10.
Yeah. If he's not 5, what was he? Was he your 6?
He was my 6.
Yeah, I don't think if he's not in your top 5, he better be 6. Like,
yeah, and again, like I always say, if he had a longer run,
yeah,
he would be in my 5. It's just, to be honest, the only thing with Ric Flair is the 40-year career and how many championships and how influential he was for that long period of time.
Yeah,
he would be the argument, but my 4 are pretty consistent. And so my number 4 right now, which I had a hard time between 3 and 4. Okay. My 1 and 2 are very fine. Cookie cutter. 3 and 4, I put Shawn Michaels at 4. And to be honest, that kind of hurt me.
Yeah.
Because I fucking love Shawn.
I tried putting him at 5.
Yeah, like I fucking love Shawn Michaels. Like, I mean, god damn, I love Shawn Michaels. That's really it. And it's hard, but the guy that I put at 3, I'll talk about him more.
Yeah, I don't. It pained me to put Shawn Michaels as low as I did.
Yeah,
because
I love Shawn,
the greatest in-ring talent of all time.
Yeah, and by the way, you know, the guy who said he isn't,
you're wrong.
In our comments, shut the fuck up.
He said Kurt was better, and Kurt's really good, but like better
Kurt's
than
really good.
Michaels. Really?
No,
it's not even close. Like Kurt is a good wrestler.
Does Kurt have 2 of the best matches of all time with The Undertaker?
No. But he also put Undertaker above Shawn as far as like in-ring talent.
Yeah. Which is crazy.
Yeah, that's not. I mean, Undertaker is above Shawn, which brings me to my number 3. The Undertaker.
There we go. My number 3 is also Undertaker. So
I feel like we're gonna have.
I feel like we're. I think our final 3 are the same.
Yeah, Stone Cold's not on here for me, but Undertaker is.
Shut up.
All right, 3 Undertaker, 2 Stone Cold, 1 John Cena.
Same thing.
Yeah. Undertaker, you can't put him lower.
He can't not be out of your 4.
He really can't. He really can't be out of your 3. Because
the only problem I had was with Shawn, in terms of like I just love Shawn.
Yeah.
So that was where he was going to get the take. But I genuinely think, and I said this last week, I still think The Undertaker is so unappreciated. Yeah. And the fact that he made his character so different. He made a character that on paper is pretty stupid.
Yeah.
Look, like, I mean, from week to week, I watched his thing on his podcast about like why he did the creation of the Ministry of Darkness. And he was like, I didn't want everyone seeing me from week to week. I wanted it to be different, whatever. And like, just unreal. And then on top of that, great performer.
Who's given more to WWE than The Undertaker?
No one.
The answer is nobody at all. And the only reason why like Stone Cold's above him because Stone Cold's probably a better box office. And Cena's above him because he's probably a better box office, but he's also a better in-ring talent, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But like Taker box office, those WrestleManias, a lot of those were like.
And no one talks that he's like 6'10", moving like he's 6 foot.
Yeah. Like my image of The Undertaker is always WrestleMania 25 through 29.
Yeah.
But
even my favorite version of The Undertaker, like devious looking Ministry of Darkness Undertaker.
Yeah. He was like The only weaknesses that The Undertaker has is that he probably wasn't selling more tickets than Stone Cold or Cena. And he the longevity of his career is absolutely insane.
Yeah. I think the only thing that
he was only
the
around
people
once a year.
Yeah, the people that I still say this, and we were a victim to it. But again, he's explained it, and it's hard to walk away. But I think like those final years, were rough.
Yeah,
but you can't. It doesn't matter.
No, because even though I knew that he was in rough shape, every time the Undertaker showed up, I was excited.
Yeah, you can't not be.
Yeah, every single time. Whenever he showed up at 2015 Battleground, you were not.
And oh my God, we went wild.
He was over the hill at this point.
Yeah, and the whole crowd
lost their fucking marbles.
And not even only that, wasn't that was the main event? And people were still waiting around after, and we're going, holy shit.
Yeah.
After all he did was come out, screw Brock, and leave, and everyone knew he wasn't coming back out. People were still fucking chanting.
He is. I don't know. It almost kills me to not put him at 1, just for how much he's given, and what he's.
Yeah.
Done. But also, you can't put the 2 guys above him lower.
Yeah, and so my thing is Stone Cold. I mean, he is the most. What?
His weakness is longevity.
Longevity, and that's the thing where people will talk about with The Rock that I said about him. But my thing is with Stone Cold, is Stone Cold was doing it in WCW.
Yeah.
Like he got big because of his stupid shit in ECW that Paul Heyman let him come over and talk. And his storylines, like for the years that he was there, he was always on. Yeah. And he was always the top, guy. And realistically, when you say WWE, the first few people that come to mind are fucking The Rock, Stone Cold, John Cena, and Undertaker.
Yeah.
And Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
What the hell? What was that?
I figured out some Zoom secrets.
Oh, I was gonna say.
I tried that. I don't know if it works.
Oh, damn.
Do that.
Oh.
Yeah. I didn't know that one. The balloon one, I figured out.
Self-explanatory.
The balloon one, I'm a big fan of. I'm
gonna do that during my Zoom class tomorrow.
Yeah, I know they did that. Yeah, I think that like Stone Cold, Mr. Attitude Era, obviously underrated in ring worker. Probably the greatest finish of all time. Up there when it comes to like character, probably up there with Taker as like the best character. Biggest box office guy, probably.
Yes.
I mean, even over Cena.
Yes.
But where Cena beats him out is, one, Cena is no fucking slouch when it comes to box office. Of course. And 2,
Big Match John.
Yeah, Big Match John. Better in-ring work. Better feuds. Because he had that long. Well, I mean, better as in
probably gave less than Undertaker, but close to the top in terms of WWE.
Yeah. It's not Taker, it's John Cena to guys who've given.
Yeah, and realistically, his runs, like we talked about, Thugonomics was great. People can look back on it, have some damn laughs. His run with the United States Championship at the beginning with Thugonomics, and then his Super Cena run, and then again, like I said, his United States Championship run.
Greatest U.S. Championship run of all time.
Yes.
And not only that, the last 10 years of his career, 10 might be a lot. No, not really. Because he was putting over Danielson back then in 2014. So really, the last 10 years of his career has been dedicated to putting over.
Yeah.
When's the last time John Cena won a match? He comes back to just put guys over.
And I'm going to say this. This is before his last year. We've talked about this, and like, we want to go to Mania. And my thing is I genuinely think this last year of him, with Triple H booking him and him getting his creative with it, will be so fucking great.
I think it will be fantastic. And nothing, like, if something happens,
it's hard to fuck it up.
The only way it gets ruined is if there's an injury.
100%.
And that would shatter me. If this got cut short because he got hurt for any reason, I would cry. However, you brought AJ Styles in, had an unbelievable feud with Orton, put over Kevin. Well, he beat Kevin Owens in the end, but he put him over as a talent. Introduced Sami Zayn. Really kind of not introduced, but really put some light on Cesaro. Came you gotta I know the old heads don't want to put John Cena at 1, they want to put Stone Cold at 1, which is fine.
Yeah, and to be honest, I was very in the boat for a while. I love John Cena. I've never not loved John Cena. Okay? And I did find it hard for a while to be like, no, I was kind of the hater, and I was like, no, he can't be 1. It's gotta be Stone Cold, Undertaker, Shawn. But it's hard not to.
I think a lot of that is because he did have that era there where he was very not liked. He had the Roman Reigns thing for him.
100%.
A long time. And Stone Cold never had that. Undertaker never had that. But I feel like even though Cena had that thing where he was not liked, it still wasn't.
Yeah.
It didn't apply to me because I was a kid during that era.
And again, for me, we can wrap it up because we talked about a lot of this, but I'd say some honorable mentions for me would be Chris Jericho, Randy Savage. Fuck this, dude. What is it? I put CM Punk in that boat because of influential stuff. Kurt Angle. Again, I have to put him because I love storylines. Roman Reigns in the top.
I was shocked no Roman Reigns for you.
15. Yeah, 15. I put him. He's my 14, 15 right now.
Yeah, just because. Really, because he's still going.
Yeah, and this is what I was gonna say is too. In the next 5 years, this list might be very different.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah.
I think if there's any
5, 10 years for sure.
Yeah, if there's any guy out there who's gonna pass Cena, it is Roman Reigns. But ask me in 5 years, type of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about it, I guess, because we still have in-ring work guys. We'll do that later. Kenny Omega's in that list.
Yeah, so is Bill Goldberg. Bill Goldberg, top 2 and not 2.
Yeah, he's 1. I mean, beat Brock Lesnar in 22 something seconds. Come on.
Well, he beat the Fiend.
He did beat the Fiend. I mean, and some would say that was the right decision. You can carry on.
So it goes my top 3, and I don't want to spoil it. My top 3 in-ring performers go Goldberg, then Gilbert.
Yeah.
And then Tugboat. And then could be around maybe Disco Inferno.
Gobbledygooker.
And then Gobbledygooker is actually just outside my top 10.
Yeah.
And then crazy shout. Okay.
Yeah.
Hornswoggle.
Whenever you think of like guys who've given to the business,
the Tadpole Splash,
insane. And R-Truth is up there. Doink the Clown.
Don't disrespect R-Truth.
What do you mean? R-Truth is definitely in the top 10.
You hear what he just said?
That can't be PG. What he was fucking saying in Shannon Sharp's Instagram live. That can't be PG.
I love that, dude.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up.